Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to the news. Sudanese President Omar al-Bashir has directed to provide 10,000 tons of sorghum to assist those affected by the famine in South Sudan. He further expressed his government readiness to meet humanitarian needs for large influx of refugees from the neighboring country, said the Humanitarian Aid Commissioner. The Sudanese President Omar al-Bashir recently ordered the opening of border corridors to allow the movement of humanitarian agencies to rescue the famine-stricken South Sudan populations. The Sudanese presidency called for mobilization of national and international efforts to support the humanitarian situations in southern Sudan by provision of food, medicines, and other humanitarian logistics in the face of famine taking place in part of it. Vice President of the Republic Hassan Muhammad Abdurrahman has called for mobilization of national and international efforts to support the humanitarian situations in southern Sudan by provision of food, medicines, and other humanitarian logistics. The Sudan has donated 15 metric tons of food and medical supply to its neighbor South Sudan. Sudanese Health Minister Sumaya Idris told the media on arrival at the Juba airport that Sudan was concerned about the suffering of the people in South Sudan. First Deputy of South Sudan Government Taban Deng met General Secretary of Arab African Youth Council Awad Hassan during Juba visiting within delegation of the Youth Convoy of Solidarity and Communication that Council prepared it within humanitarian programs of Council in African and Arab countries. Taban praises youth advance role especially in voluntary and humanitarian sites and praised Youth Convoy as first international organization arrived to Juba to present food and medicine for South Sudan population. The UN Residence and Humanitarian Coordinator in Sudan, Marta Radius, will come to the decision by the government of Sudan to open a new humanitarian corridor for food aid to be delivered by the World Food Programme to a town in South Sudan. The new humanitarian corridor will enable the UN Food Agency to deliver the food aid from Al Ubaid in central Sudan to Bantu, a town in Unity State, South Sudan. The Sudanese government made the decision to open the new humanitarian corridor at a time when international efforts are going to ease the impact of famine in South Sudan. The British ambassador to Sudan, Michael Aron, has reiterated the British government standing alongside Sudan for supporting South Sudan state to come out of a humanitarian crisis hitting it these days. They commended efforts of government of Sudan on provision of assistance to the South Sudanese displaced people. The British ambassador said Sudan was witnessing continued development and that revocation of sanctions against Sudan would contribute to opening with the scope of cooperating with other countries, pleading that he would work for attracting British companies to come in to invest in Sudan. Thank you. Goodbye.